Have you ever wondered how far the human spirit can be pushed before it breaks? It's a provocative question that's been explored throughout history, pushing us to the very edge of human endurance. Welcome to the realm of extreme survival, a place where the line between life and death is as thin as a razor's edge. Here, we're not just talking about the physical strength to climb mountains or swim across vast oceans. No, this is a domain where mental fortitude, resourcefulness, and sheer willpower are the true champions. Imagine being stranded in the middle of a desert with nothing but the clothes on your back, or lost at sea, surrounded by a horizon that offers no sign of land or hope. It's in these dire situations, when all hope seems lost, that the human spirit truly shines. It's not about having the strength to endure, but the will to survive. These are not just tales of survival, but rather, stories of human resilience. They are chronicles of ordinary individuals who find themselves in extraordinary circumstances yet manage to defy the odds. They don't just survive, they emerge stronger, forever changed by their ordeal. Think about it. How would you react if you found yourself in such a predicament? Would you succumb to despair, or would you find the strength within to fight, to endure, to survive? These are not hypothetical questions, but real-life scenarios that some have faced and conquered. So come along as we journey into this realm of extreme survival. As we explore the stories of these indomitable individuals, let their experiences serve as a testament to the incredible power and resilience of the human spirit. Let their tales of survival inspire us, reminding us of our own potential to overcome even the most insurmountable obstacles. Let's dive into the incredible stories of individuals who stared death in the face and lived to tell the tale. Picture this. Stranded in the middle of the ocean, with nothing but your determination to keep you afloat. This is the tale of Stephen Callahan, an unyielding sailor who found himself in such a predicament. In 1982, Callahan embarked on an ambitious solo journey across the Atlantic. Little did he know, his voyage would turn into one of the most grueling survival stories in history. After a disastrous collision with an unknown object, his boat, the Napoleon Solo, sank, leaving him adrift on a small inflatable life raft. For 76 days, Callahan was at the mercy of the vast, unforgiving Atlantic. With no land in sight, his situation was dire. But surrender was not an option for this unyielding sailor. He had to fight not against the ocean, but for his life. Resourcefulness became his greatest ally in this battle. Armed with only a few basic tools, Callahan ingeniously rigged a system to catch rainwater. This precious liquid was his lifeline, quenching his thirst and giving him the strength to carry on. But water alone couldn't sustain him. He needed food. So he turned to the ocean's bounty. Using a makeshift spear, Callahan hunted the fish that swam beneath his raft. Each catch was not just a meal but a victory, a testament to his will to survive. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Yet Callahan refused to give in to despair. His spirit, like the ocean beneath him, was unyielding. He kept his mind focused, his heart hopeful. His survival was not just about enduring the elements, it was about conquering his own fears and doubts. In the end, Callahan's unyielding spirit and resourcefulness paid off. He was eventually rescued, his ordeal finally over. But his story, his testament to human resilience, lives on. In the face of insurmountable odds, Callahan taught us that survival is a battle of the mind. It's not about what you have, but what you do with what you have. It's about the strength of your spirit, the power of your determination, and above all, it's about never giving up, no matter how vast the ocean, how fierce the storm, or how long the journey. Imagine being trapped under a boulder in a remote canyon with no one to hear your cries for help. Picture this. You're miles from civilization, alone, and your arm is wedged beneath an 800-pound boulder. This was the chilling reality for Aaron Ralston, an experienced outdoorsman and avid hiker. Ralston was midway through a solo hike in the remote, rugged terrains of Utah's Blue John Canyon when his life took a dramatic twist. As he descended into the canyon, a boulder dislodged, crashing onto his right arm and pinning him against the canyon wall. With limited supplies and no means of communication, Ralston was left to fend for himself in a race against time. For 5 grueling days and nights he battled the elements, rationed 2 burritos and a liter of water, and attempted various methods to free his trapped arm. But with each passing day, his situation became increasingly dire. Dehydration set in and hallucinations began. It was clear that his survival depended on drastic action. Faced with the unimaginable, Ralston made the decision that would ultimately save his life. Using a blunt multi-tool knife, he amputated his own arm. This act of sheer willpower and determination is a testament to the extreme lengths a person can go to survive. After his self-amputation, Ralston still had to rappel down a 65-foot wall and hike several miles before he was finally rescued by a family out for a day hike. His story of resilience, survival, and the will to live is one that continues to inspire people around the world. Ralston's experience teaches us that we are capable of far more than we might think. He showed that the human spirit is not easily broken, and that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds, survival is possible. Ralston's ordeal exemplifies the extraordinary lengths humans can go to preserve their own life. His story serves as a powerful reminder that we are all stronger than we realize, capable of overcoming even the most formidable obstacles. Think about fighting for survival in the harshest climate on Earth. Imagine the biting cold, the endless expanse of ice, the crushing loneliness of the Antarctic. Now picture yourself stranded there with 27 other souls, your ship crushed by the unforgiving ice. This is the story of Ernest Shackleton, a persistent polar explorer who led his crew to safety in one of the most incredible survival stories of all time. Born in Ireland in 1874, Shackleton was a born adventurer. His name is synonymous with polar exploration, but his most famous expedition was, ironically, a spectacular failure. In 1915, Shackleton and his crew of 27 men set sail on the ship Endurance, aiming to cross the Antarctic continent. But the ice had other plans. The ship was trapped, then crushed, leaving the men stranded in the middle of nowhere. But Shackleton did not despair. He knew that his leadership and the teamwork of his men were their only hope of survival. For 10 long months they camped on the ice, surviving on meager rations and the occasional seal. Shackleton kept morale high, organizing games and even theatrical performances. When the ice began to break up, they set off in 3 small lifeboats, eventually reaching the uninhabited Elephant Island. But their ordeal was far from over. Knowing that no one would find them there, Shackleton and 5 volunteers set off in a tiny boat on an 800 nautical mile journey to South Georgia Island, where they knew there was a whaling station. After an epic 16-day journey, they reached the station and arranged a rescue for the men left behind on Elephant Island. Every single one of Shackleton's crew survived. They had endured over a year in the harshest environment on Earth, thanks to the leadership and indomitable spirit of one man. Shackleton's survival story is a testament to the power of leadership and teamwork in the face of adversity. Envision being stranded in a desert, with the scorching sun as your only companion. Such was the reality faced by Mauro Prosperi, an Italian policeman and modern-day nomad, whose tale of survival is as chilling as it is inspiring. Mauro was an experienced marathon runner, but nothing could have prepared him for the Marathon des Sables, a 6-day, 250-kilometer race across the Sahara Desert. In the year of 1994, Mauro found himself participating in this grueling test of endurance. But fate had a cruel twist in store. On the 4th day, a severe sandstorm blew him off course, leaving him stranded in the heart of the unforgiving desert, alone and lost. As the days passed, the harsh reality of his situation began to sink in. Temperatures soared during the day and plummeted at night. He had only a small amount of food and water, and it quickly ran out. Driven by the primal instinct to survive, Mauro made the unthinkable decision to drink his own urine. But the desert was not entirely lifeless. Mauro discovered snakes slithering in the dunes, and he managed to catch and eat them raw. He took shelter in abandoned shrines and even attempted to end his life once, but destiny seemed to have other plans. He held on, refusing to surrender to the merciless elements. After 9 harrowing days, Mauro was discovered by a group of nomads. He had lost 40 pounds and was severely dehydrated, but he was alive. His story of survival gripped the world, a testament to human spirit and resilience in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. Prosperi's survival story is a stark reminder of the incredible adaptability of the human body and spirit. His tale continues to inspire and remind us that even in the most desperate situations, the will to survive can triumph over the harshest of adversities. What do all these stories tell us about the human spirit? Let's take a moment to reflect on the extraordinary accounts we've journeyed through together. Each of these survival tales paints a vivid picture of human resilience, of determination, of the indomitable will to survive against all odds. From the unyielding sailor battling the merciless sea, to the resilient hiker braving the treacherous wilderness, to the persistent polar explorer enduring the Arctic's bone-chilling cold, And finally, the undaunted desert survivor, persisting amidst the searing heat and sandstorms. These narratives are more than just stories of survival. They are testaments to the sheer power of the human spirit, a force so potent that it can triumph over the harshest environments, the most desperate circumstances. The enduring sailor didn't just survive the tempestuous sea, he became one with it, learning its rhythms, its moods, and its secrets. The resilient hiker didn't merely withstand the wilderness, he embraced it, understanding its quiet whispers and raucous roars. The persistent polar explorer didn't merely tolerate the frigid cold, he defied it, standing tall amidst swirling snowstorms and ice-laden landscapes. The undaunted desert survivor didn't just endure the desert, he thrived in it, finding life and hope in a land deemed inhospitable. These stories inspire us, they motivate us. They show us that no matter the adversity we face in our lives, no matter how insurmountable the odds may seem, we possess within ourselves an unbreakable spirit, a spirit that can rise above and conquer any obstacle. So when life pushes you to your limits, when you feel like you're at the edge of your endurance, remember these tales. Remember the sailor, the hiker, the explorer, the survivor. Remember their courage, their tenacity, their resilience. These stories serve as a reminder that the human spirit, when pushed to its limits, is capable of remarkable feats. We hope these stories have left you inspired and awestruck at the resilience of the human spirit. It's a testament to what we can endure and overcome when pushed to our limits. These tales of survival aren't just about the physical hardships faced, but the mental fortitude it takes to keep going, to persist, and to never give up. If you found yourself captivated by these incredible accounts of human resilience, then consider showing your support. A simple click to like this video goes a long way in helping us bring more of these stories to light. Sharing with friends and family not only spreads the inspiration, but it also helps our community grow. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more tales of endurance, bravery, and the unyielding human spirit coming your way. Remember, no matter how dire the situation, the human spirit is unyielding. Until next time, stay strong and never give up.